Hey guys, it's Luke again, and welcome back to yet another Ninjago video onto the channel today. Let's talk about Mr. Garmadaddy himself, Garmadon. He has evolved quite a lot since he first came into the series, back all the way from the very start. And, he's had multiple versions of himself. Lord, Sensei, and his most recent incarnation, Emperor. So today I'm going to discuss all three variations and see which one I think is the best. First up is Lord Garmadon, which started from season 1, well, the pilots, until season 2. So it lasted for about a year and about 3 seasons, which not bad. And this Garmadon wasn't anything too special at first in the pilots, but boy, in season 1, it was such a damn improvement. He was so good in season 1. And what I love about this version is that he isn't really a hero, but he isn't really a villain either. He's an anti-hero. He's like, it's in a sense kind of like self-interest, but he also is doing it because he loves his son. You know, he may do things because he may do some evil things, but he still loves his family no matter what. He puts his family in the forefront. He does not want anything to happen to his family, despite him being evil. And we could definitely see the good parts of Garmadon, especially during his interactions with Lloyd in the earliest seasons. In the earlier seasons 1 and 2, they still interacted like a father and a son and not like enemies. And that's what I really loved about this version, is that he was a mixture of both worlds, the best of both worlds, the best of both good and evil. So yeah, I really love this version. Next up, we have Sensei Garmadon, which started around season 3 and ended in season 5. Sorta. So basically, during this little short stint, Garmadon was fully good. No evil in his blood. He does regret his past actions, but he'll do everything to protect his son. He kept that good aspect out of him. And he's such a savage. Especially in season 4. I know this one is from season 3. He said, "Your potential is great, not your sense of humor." And I can't remember the exact quote. It was like, "If you turn your back on your first evil sensei in an effort to go straight, you may not be served creamy biscuits." That just made myself laugh right there. He's so hilarious and such a smartass that I just love it. And his detailed history is just further adds, all the excitement to the character. So yeah, I really loved Sensei Garmadon. Nearly about as good as the Lord version. And then his most recent incarnation is Emperor Garmadon, which came around in season 8 and, is still one to this day from seasons 8 to 10. But here's where the things get a little bit rocky. In season 8, he was really brought up because of the Lego Ninjago movie. He wasn't really brought up because of like fan demand and stuff like that. And he was only in like 20% of the season, which is really not that good if you ask me. And he seemed just like a zombie. He felt like no emotion. And this is the opposite extreme of the Sensei version, who is just loving and protecting, and this one is just brutal and just straight up badass. And season 9, he's all right. He doesn't get a huge shift in development though, as a lot of people claim he does. He doesn't really get a huge shift in development. The only thing that I could see is that he does develop the emotion of fear, and he overall, he just seems like just a big fighter with, all talk and no walk. That's really what it's. He felt, yeah, he was kind of like the ruler, he was the ruler, a heartless ruler, basically. And then in season 10, he kind of became more of that anti-hero sort of thing where, he was good, but he was evil at the same time. But the major difference is that he didn't really care about Lloyd. He didn't really care. He felt like he was doing it just for his own self-interest and not really to protect his own family, like in his season 1 incarnation. So, and season 10 didn't really give him a good conclusion as he just walked off. He just walked off. His story needs to have a proper conclusion at some point. Otherwise, Emperor Garmadon has just become a wasted character. So, with that being said, let's see how I rank these. So, at the bottom, I have Emperor Garmadon. A lot of people are going to be shocked and probably going to attack me in the comments saying, "Oh, you hate Emperor Garmadon? Emperor Garmadon's the best. You suck." Hear me out. Emperor Garmadon, the way he came into the series is pretty bad. He came in not because of a freaking movie. And it pretty much crapped on his pretty much perfect conclusion in season 5. And you don't mess with something like that. You just don't. And now, if Emperor had a better story than season 1 or his previous 2 incarnations, then maybe I could have let it slide. But no, he had a worse story than both of them combined. And his season 10 walk-off didn't do much favors for him either. So, I'm going to be very honest here. This incarnation kind of sucks. Considering it didn't really do much for the overall Garmadon character, other than just bringing him back for some reason. And all it really did was just open up potentially and pretty much wasted one of the best characters in the entire series. Now, this is where it gets really hard. Both Lord and Sensei had their strong points. But here's the thing. This was very hard for me to decide. And overall, I used to think this incarnation was number 1, but now when I think about it, it's at number 2 it's number 2 now. And that is Lord, and that is the Lord version. Mostly because of his season 2 version. His season 2 version wasn't really that exceptional. Like, sure, he did have his moments with his son and all that, but he was kind of stupid in season 2 with, the whole Mega Weapon arc kind of did him a little dirty, and overall, it kind of did worsen the quality of the character a bit. Whereas Sensei version, the quality never dipped. It never dipped. Season 3, Garmadon is so underrated. He is such a savage, and I just love it. And yeah, and Season 4 continued to improve on that, and Season 5 left him with such a damn good conclusion that I am still bewildered on why they would bring him back after a conclusion like that. So yeah, my final ranking is number 3, Emperor, number 2, Lord, and number 1, Sensei. So there you have it. What do you guys think about the 3 versions of Garmadon, and which version is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye-bye!